Alright, welcome back, folks, to Game 3 of the GOAT's Scuffed team. So far, the season's gone pretty well for our green monsters. We're 2-0 with a 5-4 victory and a 4-0 victory over the Giants and the All-Stars. In Game 3, looks like it's the second game of a back-to-back doubleheader against the Monsters. And now's the part of the season where we look back at our strategy just a little bit. Again, if we're trying to build a team that is counterintuitive to winning, how well have we done in this regard? From a fielding perspective, I feel like we've actually gotten a pretty good scope of the team that everybody kind of feels like they're at their appropriate worst spots. Now, about the lineup, though. Marky, Ricky, Jorge, Pablo, Reese, Luann, Kimmy, Dante, and Angela. I think we have to look at the statistics a little bit. Let's look at a 2-game sample size and see how well our team is faring. And I gotta say, I am very surprised by Marky and Ricky having a 3.363, .400 batting average over these 2 games. Surprisingly, their slugging percentage is doing pretty well, actually. Ricky with a stolen base in there to boot, both with an RBI. Marky's surprisingly getting on base. He has 2 singles, a double, and a triple through 2 games, 4 hits at 11 at-bats. And so I'm kind of thinking that we need to drop him in the order. And I'm wondering if we should put Dante or Reese in the leadoff spot, given that they are both only 2 for 10 on the season. Reese might be the one who's most appropriate to be in the leadoff spot, given that he has 3 strikeouts. And so you usually want somebody who's not going to strike out a lot in the leadoff position. My gut is telling me Reese leads off. Reese leads off. We keep Ricky as second, Jorge the third, Pablo at fourth. And I think we bump Dante up to the 5 spot. And you know what? Let's do this. Let's try to see what happens if we have the 3 slowest runners on the team, in Kimmy, Marky, and Angela at the bottom of the order, and see if that actually pays dividends for a lineup for making this lineup struggle just a little bit more. Marky, unfortunately, is being punished for being perhaps too good at baseball. Surprisingly. Let's save this game here. Turn off the commentary, as we'll be talking through quite a bit of the game. I love his really, really deep breath he takes after he gets up to the plate. Oh, our bad, folks. We forgot to turn off the pitch locator. We'll do that after the timeout, right? Because we're trying to make this game as hard as humanly possible. Something that's kind of interesting about this game that I feel like goes unnoticed is that it does matter. Back in the day with the 1998 old Mac computer, or Windows 98 computer, I should say, you would point and click with your cursor, right, to where you think the ball is going to be pitched. And that actually affected how well that ball is hit. It affected whether you got on top of the ball, under the ball, or hit it right on the barrel. And when they transferred this over to mobile, iPad, Android, and iPhone, where your finger hits on the screen actually is a replacement for that mouse cursor back in the day. So it does matter where you strike at the ball on your screen. and just in shock at Jorge's base running there. Really, really, for whatever reason, legged out a single to the pitcher. I think that was maybe the fastest I've ever seen. And there we go. Oh, spoke too soon. Thought I could speak a home run into existence. And going back to where you tap on the screen to hit where you're going to try to hit the ball in that strike zone, I don't have verification of this. I probably could look at the Reddit forums maybe, but I'm almost positive that the kind of power, line drive, grounder, bunt batting types also affects the how well the ball is hit. So like, in order to hit a home run, power obviously is the one you want, but it also means that it's putting more emphasis on your ability to barrel up the ball. And so like, if you're going to if you're looking to hit a home run, you really need to hit it on the barrel of the ball, and the kind of the radius of where the game is going to let you get a really good contact, even if it is a hard line drive to the outfield. It's putting way more emphasis on where the bat meets the ball, and if you miss it, it's less forgiving. If you the more power you're putting behind the bat. So in a line drive, for example, you can miss the barrel of the bat by a good bit, but it's still going to be hit hard. It's probably not going to become a home run though, but you're still at least going to be able to hit the ball harder than if you missed it in that same spot using the power bat. And as a reminder, we're also going to cap all players, all pitchers, for a little extra mini challenge at 100 pitches in this game. In our very first game, we had Pablo throw something absurd like 157 pitches or something like that. And I think I decided that what I like trying to do is, as much as possible, replicate somewhat of the way a real coach of Little League might work. And so obviously a coach, oh my gosh, Arapalooza over here. Arapalooza, I say. Yeah, I'm just gonna let her get to second because she deserves to get to second based off of that. Angela beefed it on the throw into center, beefed it on the second attempt to Luann, sailed past over her head. Pablo wasn't able to pick up the the fumbled pass, and then he threw it to Luann, who dropped it again. But we still got 2 outs, so this should be a simple, easy 1, 2, 3, 4 inning. Very nice, very nice. A bit one too many pitches, I felt like, in that first inning for Pablo. So let's see if we can be more efficient in that second inning. I'm wondering if Luann's, because she's been struggling to get on base, I'm wondering if grounder is actually the way to go. That's her best batting type, is hitting it on the ground. I've been trying to like line drive it because I've been thinking that her strength behind her swing isn't great. And so my thought behind is that a line drive is going to be the same as like a grounder for other players. But maybe just trying to hit it on a grounder is the way to go. That ball traveled way farther than I thought it was going to off the bat. I'm surprised the center fielder had to back up that much. But also just kind of other hitting tips, just like in real life. The closer to the middle of the plate the farther and easier it is to hit a ball out to the yard. So I've been tanking these last two pitches because the pitcher Betty here has actually thrown two really great pitches down and away. You're not going to be able to hit that, especially with a power bat. Oh! They ran into each other! Beautiful. Exactly how we drew it up. That if you're trying to hit something really low, almost to plate level, you're just not going to get enough loft on that ball to hit it out of the yard. And with a power swing, you're more likely than not to just dig it into the dirt just in front of home, or just pop it up on the infield. So pitch selection is important as a hitter when you're up to bat, trying to figure out what's a ball, what's not, trying to figure out what to swing and what to let go. I can't tell if that's a ball or a strike. Okay. Oof. I think we had some umbrage for the umpiring last game where there were a lot of balls down and away that looked like...
No way that's gonna happen again.
Coach is up on the top dugout yelling at the umpire about that, about the vision on the umpire's side there. That was that's a call that we like to get, but we don't like to be on the receiving end of. Nice change up on the outside there. Pablo just shaking off all of my pitches. My dude, what do you want to pitch? That wasn't a strike. Oh well. Control what you can control up there on the mound. And you can control a strikeout. A heater down and inside. No shot of hitting that one. Stevie Lint hitting a cool 600 on the season. My goodness, this guy's raking. But he's hitting at the bottom of the order, interestingly enough. He's the 7th man up to bat for the Monsters. Ricky using his wide receiver prowess out on the field there. Jumped up for it like a wide receiver, high pointing the catch. Let's strike around on 3 pitches, shall we? And let's get to the top of the 3rd. One of the things I've always found strange about backyard baseball is how often the CPU players will try to bunt on the 3rd strike. It just never makes sense because it's just, for whatever reason, bunting in this game is actually really hard. I've never quite figured out the mechanic for laying a successful bunt down. Maybe I'll try to demonstrate here with a couple bunt attempts with Reese. Might as well. He's hitting below the Mendoza line. Or we might just wait it out for the walk. I'm gonna move my hands away from the screen so I'm not tempted to even go for a bunt here. I'm just gonna let it play out. Obviously, that was a strike. That was actually a good pitch to hit. Bunting is really hard, and I've never quite figured out what the best way of bunting is. Whether it's a timing issue, if you're supposed to bunt at kind of a normal swing pace, if you should do it early, if you should do it late, where you should do it.
I'm gonna hit this one. Okay.
But just like in real life, in real baseball, if you try to bunt it with 2 strikes, and you miss it or it goes foul, it's an automatic strikeout. And so many times you'll see in backyard baseball, the CPU player is trying to bunt, and that turns into the 3rd strike for the out. It always kind of puzzles me why they do that. And just like that, kind of on cue 2 bunt attempts, 2 fouls, both on pitches that I felt were perfectly buntable. But no luck. I felt like that was a little bit lucky because I wasn't sure that was going to be a ball or a strike. I wasn't even sure if he was going to be able to get to that pitch. Same thing here. Oh, this is going to be close. This is a mistake. Especially with the kid with asthma. Making him run so much. Oh boy. But Reese is able to juke it back to first. Took a couple tries. He's looking a little bit gassed. Maybe just replacing him with Ricky is the way to go. Yeah, hopefully they'll throw to second. Or both will be safe. Wow. An unfortunate fielding error by the pitcher. Just not a lot of wind behind that throw. Kind of sailed it a bit. Ricky doing a good job of just running it out. I think trying to advance the runners is the smart move. I'm trying to like just maybe the double steal, the old hit and oh. This is always a fun thing to try to do is if you got runners on base and you ask them to steal, you can always toggle that off if you see that the pitch is going to be a really hard one to get wood on. So I like to... Oh! Jorge with the perfect bunt! And this might be a single! Wow, bases loaded! Bases loaded on 2 straight softies to the pitcher, and the pitcher's unable to get to either, which leaves the bases loaded for Pablo Sanchez, asking the crowd to quiet down as he's about to go for the grand slam. Here in the top of the third with the bases loaded, nobody out, the perfect time for Pablo to add 4 RBIs to his scoreboard. Really not giving us much to hit though. Oh! I thought that was the one. Oh man, that is not what we wanted to see. Oh. Unable to get the RBI. Fielder's choice out to the plate. Reese is thrown out, so it looks like it's all up to Dante Robinson. Hitting below the Mendoza line on the young season, has time to boost that average here. Oh. 2 fouls, 0-2 count. This is a strike. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. Dante with those short knees. Lowering the strike zone for everyone. Breaking the curve on that curve. Oh my goodness. And I know the last at bat with Luann I said trying to hit the grounder might be the way to go, but with runners at every base, it's going to be harder to hit a grounder and just kind of beat it out to every base, especially with Jorge at second there. So trying to just scoot it past the outfield, into the outfield, but I don't think this is going to be... Well, unless... Infield rows continue to trouble the monsters. Let's keep this up. Let's just keep on hitting it to the pitcher. 2 straight 2-out hits. Clutch by Luann and Kimmy. And let's keep this train rolling along. I love how we moved Markey out of the leadoff spot because we thought he was doing too good of a job at the plate. And here he is in a bases loaded situation. Ugh, not looking good. Oh, but they decided to throw it to first, and that's an easy out. Marky was unfortunately with the with the one speed showing up there on that play. But the Wombats scored 2 runs in the top of the third to take a nice cushy lead. Pablo coming off a strikeout in game 2. Let's see if we can replicate that performance here in game 3. I don't know why Pablo wants me to keep throwing this left hook, but it's probably, I mean, it worked out because Andres has been failed to even swing at that, but the left hook is generally not Pablo's best pitch. His best pitches are generally the right hook and the slow pitch. The heater you kind of want to avoid because it does wear him out more than some of the other pitches. That's fine, she's a slow runner. Never a doubt. So you're trying to preserve his juice. And so I like trying to throw the right hook slow ball combo with Pablo. Mistake from a slow runner there. Not able to get it past Pablo, who gobbles it up, throws it to first. Easy, stress-free, 1-2-3 third inning for Pablo. Ah, gonna be an easy out for him. Almost batted around. Got really close to batting around there in the third. Restarted things off last inning with a nice, patient walk. But this time around he swings at the first pitch, and it's a grounder back to the mound. I'm wondering what the pitcher's specialty pitches are. He has 3 Ks on the day, but I haven't seen one yet. With Ricky, you really got to swing only at the top of the zone. Anything below, you're going to not be able to hit it very well. Gonna be close. But just beat it. I'm wondering if she was able to get a juice box or something. That's why we haven't seen a specialty pitch. Stop! Stop fighting each other! Ah! Oh my goodness! Oh no! Oh no, Dante! What have the rot? Missed the pop out in the sun. Luann bounced it off her head and overshot Pablo all the way to the dugout. I have not seen the likes of that before, and neither has Pablo, as he can only turn around to watch that ball sail out of the yard. Over the fence for his first home run surrendered on the season at 428 feet. And this game is tied up, folks. It is tied with a 2-0 lead entering this inning. We're going to leave it tied or even possibly down behind. Nobody out. Gotta stop the bleeding. Just an absolute moonshot, too. I can't believe that happened to us. Betty, the pitcher. Oh my goodness, the pitcher hit us out of the park. It looks like the Monsters have likewise built their team around a peppermint patty situation. Betty doing everything for the team. And no wonder she has... That's her first home run, but 2 RBIs on the season. Actually, that's her first 2 RBIs at all. She's been an on-base... an on-base machine, though. 6 for 10. My goodness.
Okay, I'm rooting for the other team, if that's alright with you, batter.
Go green. Go green.
Oof. Whenever Reese has to field a very strong throw, shall we say, I get nervous that he's going to drop it. That's a ball? Not a friendly call from the ump. Ah! Somebody pick it up. I think it's about time to start burning through some of these specialty pitches. These power-ups have been sitting in the arsenal for quite a while. We got the juice box. We can afford to burn through some of them. Should be a strikeout. Let's go! 5 Ks a good day. Unfortunately, we gave up the lead. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Monsters. 2 on 8 for the Wombats. Ah! That pitch kind of curved more than I was expecting to. It kind of had a nice little arc at the end there. Same thing with that pitch. I don't know what's going on with Betty's arm, but all of a sudden her curves are becoming curvier. Same thing on that one. I don't know if that means her arm's getting more tired or... Okay. More than likely more tired. I'm just still wondering if she has a juice box. But 60 pitches through not even 5 innings yet, I feel like they're probably going to sub her out at some point. Ooh, this might get past third baseman, and it does! Jorge with the second hit of the day. Let's risk it. Let's see if we can get to second and leg out a double. Beautiful. Base running tips 101. If the fielder has a long way to throw it back to the pitcher, take a chance. Just take a chance and see what happens. Sometimes they don't really notice you trying to steal an extra base. The other thing that's kind of fun about backyard sports, and this applies to all the games, is that they didn't show this in kind of in backyard baseball in the original '98 version, but they definitely made the game so that the kids that you're playing with, every single game, 1, 2, 3 of them sometimes, their stats would be boosted or that their stats would be boosted by a ball. Some of them. So like a 2-star runner like Jorge there, he's definitely 3 stars in this game only. Sometimes you'll see a player hit the ball harder than usual. Maybe like a 2-star batter becomes a 3-star hitter for a game. And sometimes this actually works against you. That there are sometimes where they'll take away a ball, and sometimes like a 4-star runner becomes 3 stars, and just kind of an extra little thing that the game throws in there to vary up the game experience. But then as the game, as the series kind of progressed, backyard baseball 01, even backyard like basketball 03, I think the year is, and they switched to like the 10-star method, you would actually be able to see visibly those stars being taken away. So you could look at your lineup for the game, and you could see that, Dante, for example, in backyard basketball, was like an 8 or 9-star 3-point shooter, and you could actually see those basketballs taken away for the game.
Way to go, kid.
Oof. Dante having a really rough day out there in the field. Bobbled that, popped up to third. Had the error. Had the error in the fourth inning that led to the didn't lead to the home run, but definitely was an unearned run that would have made the game 2-1 instead. Yeah, let's try to get the juice box. We're gonna need to play for the juice box anyway. Oh, that's rough. Oh. Maybe a double play ball here. Okay, that play alone is making me wonder if Kimmy Ekman should be removed as catcher. Because that was a missile to second base. And if she's going to play like that from the catcher position, that may be her preferred position in general. So every player, that's another thing that is fun, kind of a hidden thing to find out about backyard baseball, is that every single kid has a preferred position on the field, first, second, third, short, etc. The most obvious and perhaps most popular is Stephanie Morgan, who loves to play short, and she's fine. Oh, this is going to be a runner a second. Beautiful. She's fine in every other position. But her favorite position is short, and you can kind of tell that when you play with her, that short is her natural best position out there. Kenny Kawaguchi obviously is the best pitcher in the game. Anywhere else on the field is kind of wasting his talents. Ahmed Khan, I'm pretty sure his best position is catcher. You can play him at third, I think, as well, and he'll do fine. That was a mistake. I meant to hit the open, close, squared button. I didn't need to actually swing. But I don't play with Kimmy that much. Even growing up, Kimmy wasn't a player that I played a lot in my lineups. So I'm wondering if catcher... It would make sense, her being a one-star runner. That out in the outfield wouldn't make sense. Short wouldn't make sense. And with her height, it would make sense that catcher actually is where she likes to play the most. Ricky's best position, I believe, is at first. As a fast runner, you can play him out in left or right field, and he's more or less reliable to catch the ball. But throwing the ball back into the infield is where it gets tricky, and he has a very, very weak throwing arm. Oop. Second error of the inning. Pitcher didn't get down in time. Jorge Garcia continues to kind of rake in this game. I don't know if it's just kind of fortune or what, but close to 400 is... Oh, there's the first power-up pitch of the day from the Monsters. But hitting close to 400 is basically the best you can hope for from Jorge. Same thing with Ricky. The tall kids you want to try to hit at the top of the zone. The short kids you want to try to hit at the bottom of the zone, more or less. Oh, I should have just swung at it. That ended the inning. Poor game situational awareness. 2 runs on 13 hits is pretty abysmal. I'm I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, kid.
Team just ain't clutch. But I think we expected that when we made this lineup, is that we built a team of a lot of kids who can run, but perhaps can't move people on base paths.
Take a swing, why don't ya?
Oop.
Did you see that one, Teddy?
I'm wondering if the MLB should enforce a new rule where every player out on the field, in addition to the glove, has to be holding a teddy bear when they play. And you just gotta like figure out how to manage it. And if you drop the teddy bear, you actually also drop the ball. The ball is considered part of the teddy. The teddy bear is considered part of the ball. It's really important for the kids to and the players to hold on to their teddy bears out on the field. Pete Kerr Armstrong out there in center field for the Cubs, chasing down fly balls, having to like throw his teddy bear up in the air as he plants himself under the ball to catch it. I guess I'm entering Savannah Bananas level territory, huh? With these suggestions. Ooh, stay fair. Stay fair. Let's try to steal a double here. Easy. Easy. So you can't start running before the pitcher starts to run back to the mound. But if the pitcher is kind of been chasing after the ball and it's going to take them a while to run back to the mound, as long as you start running before... Oh, this is going to be an easy double again for Luann. As long as they're not on the base, like if I started running with Dante here, that third baseman is going to become alerted to Dante trying to run to home and throw it. But if they're out in the field of play and the pitcher is still running back to the mound, as long as you start it as they're running, you can try to steal an extra base on the pads. I am honestly shocked that Betty Houston is still pitching at 94. At 94 years old, Betty Houston is still pitching, throwing good out there. Grandma is. No, I meant 96 pitches now. I gotta think that she's got a couple of juice boxes within those 6 Ks. Markey is just the most clutch hitter we have on this team, man. Game 1, he had the walk-off double. And in this one with the game tied 2-2, 2 outs, laces a single up the middle to score the go-ahead runs. Everything you want to see out of your 8 spot. Again, I can't believe that we moved Markey with the sole express purpose of trying to lessen his impact on this lineup, and instead all it's done is put him in more favorable positions.
Se me va a caer el brazo.
Markey might lead this team in RBIs now. I'm gonna check that. Oh, Kimmy's still at 4. Okay, that makes sense. She had that big hit in the second game. That makes sense. I know Pablo is gassed, but I am trying to get that juice box. That is the nice thing about power-ups, is you can burn through them at the end of your tank and still get a pretty reliable strike. There it is.
I'm bleeding.
Give us that juice. Give us that juice. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Ah. Not the worst thing in the world, but was definitely hoping for some juice. That might be the. I think that's the fourth time now Dante's not been able to catch the pop out. This time Ricky running in from short, able to pick up his teammate.
Swing better, better.
Ricky's probably gonna leg this out. We'll see. Oh! Helped by friendly fire. This is the second or third time now that's happened where Betty's run directly into the path of the throw. I don't know if there's a word for that in baseball, but I guess I'll just call it friendly fire for now. Yep, that's what's important, dusting off the old tie. Ooh. Oh, I should have started running well before then. But I don't think it's going to matter. Pablo is absolutely gassed, has nothing in the tank. Less than a 1-star runner at this point. More like a 0-star runner. I think we're looking just to try to score Ricky here from third. Let's try to get Jorge to second. Beautiful. Jorge with what probably seems like an invisible speed boost from the game. Able to steal his first base of this season. There it is! Get there! Oh no. This will at least score one. Maybe Jorge's gonna score. Oh, but he tripped. Oh, and the first baseman can't get the out. Pablo's going to wind up all the way at third base on that. That's incredible. Incredible comedy of errors. First baseman to the from first base to the catcher. Neither of them able to grab the easy throws. Oof. This is dangerous. At 107 pitches, 6 Ks, and 1 walk on the day, Betty's day is done. Pitched much better than her 6 earned runs. Well, maybe earned is a bit strong of a word there. But definitely pitched better than her 6 runs on the scoreboard would indicate. Wow. Absolutely laced out to the outfield. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be an out. Shouldn't have run. Sorry, Luann. The most pitiful out you'll ever see. The only way Pablo was going to score was through a home run, or if that ball had gone all the way to the fence somehow. Okay. Gave us a window to get a strikeout now. Crazy ball's not the best pitch to throw in when the tank is empty, but got a bit lucky there. Adios indeed, Pablo. 9. Is that 8 Ks? Have they changed over yet? Yeah, okay, yeah. I wasn't crazy. I thought it was 9 Ks. And like manna from heaven, we have been blessed with the juice. Ambrosia of the gods, some call it. Pablo's now back to full. And it's going to be an easy, breezy day. Let's mow down through the last of the lineup here. 4 outs to secure the win. 3 games, 3 double-digit Ks.
You there, batter. The kids are comparing you to broken ladder.
These kids be pressing now. These kids be pressing.
Hey, batter, batter.
Would have been a sick way to end the 8th inning, but no worries. We'll get them this time.
What are you doing? Letting fly?
I'm waiting.
Oh! Second time that's happened to me today. Trying to hit the closed to squared button and instead accidentally swung. Ooh. Now do that again, but in a straighter path. Nope. Although, nope. I thought for sure they were gonna like just hit into each other, but
Broken ladder.
Hey, batter.
We want a batter, not a broken ladder. Hey, batter, 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 batter.
Hey, batter.
nothing you can do about that one. Perfectly placed on the inside corner. Rewarding Marky with trying to just belt one out of the field, but no dice. Angela with a quiet day so far. Thus far in this kind of short, young season, have not been able to hit a power-up pitch to get a power-up bat. So we'll see if we can pull that feat off. Maybe in Game 4. Maybe I'm counting my chickens before I hatch, but I trust that Pablo's going to be able to get through the bottom of this 9th inning pretty breezy here.
Okay, I'm rooting for the other team, if that's all right.
Te voy a mandar fuego.
Hey, batter.
I see London, I see
I feel like that was a sign that I need to throw the heater, right?
batter. The kids are comparing you to broken
Your arm's on fire.
ladder.
Well, so are your pitches. Eh.
Swing, batter.
Okay. These elms are trying to extend this game for the kids, huh? Trying to extend the game for the families. I see what's going on. Oh, I guess I don't see what's going on. Oh, Ricky couldn't get the running leaping catch.
That's good.
Oh,
Get him in that house.
well, I mean,
You there.
it's just one runner. What's the worst that could happen, right? Surely this isn't the beginning of a rally.
Sorry.
Want a batter, not a broken ladder.
Eh.
No vas a saber qué pasó. You swing like an old lady in a pretty little dolly store.
No vas a saber qué pasó.
My granny's wants flies harder than you swing this our batter.
Swing.
Oh man,
Rooting for the other team.
that felt like it was over the plate on the corner. But no matter, no harm, no foul. That's a swinging strike for Pablo's 12th K of the day. Betty Houston with all the damage done against the Wombats today. Home run, double. She's had a nice day at the plate,
We want a batter, not a broken ladder.
but it's all gonna be for naught.
Not some broken ladder, you know.
Swing and a miss. Betty goes down, and they're down to their final hope, the last shot. Stacey Gordon hitting below 100 for the season. The stunned silence was me going, oh,
Action or something.
almost accidentally gave up a home run, talked a big game. No way, dude, no way. Come on, Dante. Redemption! I mean, kind of a form of redemption. Still probably should have caught that. If this were the championship game, I'm not sure how well that would have gone. But, oh well. It's an out at second anyway on the force. Pablo makes it through another 9 innings, giving up 2 runs and 5 hits. 20 hits on the day for the Wombats. Could have been an even bigger explosion, but 6 runs, 6-2 win. We'll take it. Reviewing the stat sheet here, Reese kind of doing exactly what we thought when we moved him to the top of the lineup, so I like that change. 0 for 4 with a strikeout. He did have a nice rally. He began that rally in that 4th inning to score 2 runs with a walk, but we're not expecting his on-base percentage to maintain that level of success. Jorge, surprisingly, 4 for 5. Luann, 4 for 6 on a nice day for her. 2 doubles, boosting her OPS. The 2 players who we kind of expect to maybe help Pablo out a bit, Kami and Angela, 1 for 5. But on a day when the kind of supporting cast stepped up big, their contributions weren't needed. Pablo with 2 RBIs, bringing him to 3, so he's still kind of got a little bit of work to do to be the RBI leader. Still only with 1 home run through 3 games. Hopefully we can boost that later on. Ricky now is the stolen base leader. Tied for the stolen base leader with Luann. I'm wondering if Ricky also needs to be dropped. Just kind of gut instinct that he's been getting on base quite a bit because of his speed. That I'm wondering if we swap him with like Kimmy. And we put Kimmy up in the order. And kind of trust that her speed is going to make it hard for her to get on base. Though saying that, looking at what we did with the Markey, maybe there's just no good place to put Markey in the lineup. He's just too good. He's just too good of a player. Alright folks, thanks for tuning in for Game 3 of the GOATS Scuffed team. Will join us next time for Game 4.